Now let's learn about loops in Java. There's three types of loops. One is for, the other is while, and the third is do while. So let's start off by creating a for loop. To create a for loop, you just type for, and let's define an integer of count, and let's give it a value of 1. And then semicolon, count is less than or equal 10, and this is the condition, and count plus plus. And I'll explain the last part in just a second. We'll do system.out.println, and let's just print the count. And close with a curly brace. Let's do another system.out.println. Complete. Now what's happening up here is it's checking to see if the condition is less than 10, but we know because we defined it as 1 that it's going to be true the first time it runs. But we obviously don't want an infinite loop, or else this program would never end. So what we're doing here is we're incrementing it by 1 every single time with this plus plus. So let's just run it and see what happens. So here's the output, so you can see it counted from 1 all the way up to 10. And if we would have started this number off with 5, it would count from 5 all the way up to 10. And there you can see it counted from 5 all the way up to 10. Now, as I mentioned, if we change this around to greater than or equals to 5, this is going to create what's known as an infinite loop. It's just going to always print count. So if we ran this right now, it would just go on and on and on. But we're not going to run it because I've run it before and it actually will crash Chrome. So let's move on to while loops. So for a while loop, let's just create a Boolean up here. So Boolean hello equals true, and we'll do while hello system.out.println hello. And then we'll do another system.out.println goodbye. Now again, if I ran this, it's going to get stuck in an infinite loop because this condition is always true. So if I go up here and write hello equals false, if I run it, it will print hello once and then goodbye. While loops are typically good if you're doing some type of logic processing. So think of a game where you'll have a master loop, which is going to be moving characters around, artificial characters. It's going to be checking to see if conditions are being met. So if an enemy is in sight, maybe it attacks the player, and it's going to keep doing all of these loops in the back end. So let's look at a do while loop. So in this case, let's import the keyboard again. So import java.utility scanner, and we'll do scanner keyboard equals new scanner system.in. And let's change this Boolean to exit. And we'll change it to false. And instead of having a while here, we'll do do. And let's just change this to type single quote exit to exit this program. And we'll get rid of this line. And we'll add while exit equals false. So if the exit variable is false, then let's keep doing the loop. And we'll also need, actually we'll define a string up here, string input, and we'll just keep it empty. Then below here we'll do input equals next line, and we'll add an if statement here. So if input equals exit, then we'll set exit to true. So in this case, it's only going to exit the application when the end user types in exit. If they type anything else, it's just going to keep going through this loop. So let's run it and see what happens. Oh, and it looks like I forgot an extra parentheses there, and we'll run that again. So it wants me to type exit to exit the program, but I'm going to type hello. And you can see it's stuck in this loop, so it's not going to exit until I actually type exit. So I could type quit, it's not going to work. I could try goodbye, it's not going to work, and then I'll try exit. And there you can see it exited this loop. Now, a good developer probably would have noticed that this code is actually written inefficiently. So we can actually get by without having this Boolean. So we'll get rid of the Boolean, and we're going to copy this line and insert it here, and we can get rid of this whole 3 lines of code. And we're going to add a exclamation here. So while input not equals exit to do this again. So we'll just try this again. Type hello, goodbye, and there it won't let me exit, and I'll try exit. And that is a do while loop.